Welcome to Redvee TV's Instant Reaction, supported by Chapel House for the 2023 season, following Saints' 12-10 defeat in the Challenge Cup semi-final to the Leigh Leopards here at the Halliwell Jones Stadium this afternoon. As you can see, Leigh fans still fully celebrating behind us, celebrating like a team who's not been to Wembley for 50 years, and fair play to them. Well-deserved victory. They kept us quiet all game. Our attack, it has to be said, was pretty shocking throughout. We didn't look like we had any ideas. We had enough ball in the first half on that Leigh line, and you've got to convert it into points. The amount of possession, territorial domination that we had, and when we don't do that, you tend to worry a little bit. Saints did manage to get the noses in front. Joey Lussick, in his final game for the club, getting over the line to give Saints a 6-0 lead. But you feel a pivotal moment in that first half was the missed penalty by Tommy Makinson on the stroke of half time, and that would have given Saints an 8-0 lead going into the break. And obviously that gives Leigh, it writes their half-time team talk for them. Then they've come out second half and got the noses in front. We've let ourselves down a little bit, giving away a cheap penalty on the first set, which has allowed Leigh to get the roll on and Ollie Holmes to go over on that left-hand side, and then again get themselves in front. And once they did that, Saints were chasing the game. We looked in the last 10 minutes as if we were trying to throw the ball out a little bit, but even then we didn't look like we had anybody in support. It was pretty much one-out rugby, and it ultimately wasn't good enough to get to the final. The Leigh final try, obviously, Zach Hardiger scoring in the corner. You could look at that and go, T. Ritson, does he get pushed out the way as he goes to kick the ball out? But to be fair, that ball should have been in the back of that stand long before it even gets to that moment. It's one that's gone against us, and then obviously Sione gets sin-binned for a slight late hit that allows Leigh to kick the two. Highly disappointing, and not a great day for Saints. It's back to the drawing board. The struggle we're going to have in the next couple of weeks, Alex looks like he's hurt his knee. Iggy Parzy's gone off injured. Obviously Joey Lussick departs, and it's back to the drawing board, starting with the Leeds Rhinos this Friday evening. You do feel if we are going to go on to win a trophy this season now, we're going to have to try and change the way we play the game. If we don't change the plan of action on what we're doing, ultimately you feel in the playoffs that we could end up coming short once again. Teams seem to have found us out a little bit. We have obviously got players to come back. James Roby and Mark Pearce will coming back in, Joe Batchelor also, but you can't keep relying on having your best 17 fit week in, week out, because it's not going to happen. There's potentially always going to be the odd injury. Leigh today, I thought they were fantastic. They went toe-to-toe with us, very few handling errors, defensively absolutely solid, and they've got that little bit of spark in attack, haven't they? Lachlan Lamb, John Asiata, Edwin Apapi, all making good meters and making chances when they got into the right field position to do so. You could say the difference between the two teams today has probably been the kicking. Tommy Makinson's missed two. I thought when he lined up that first one on the stroke of half time, I looked at the screen, the angle that he seemed to have for it didn't look great. And then knowing that we're struggling with the kicking, it makes you wonder that obviously we've given ourselves a chance, but we've scored out wide. We've took an age over the kick, so even when we miss it, we haven't got enough time on the board to cross or get the ball back and try and go the length of the field. All in all, it just wasn't our day. There's been probably a little bit too much of that this season for us, but it's the spark. There's absolutely no spark there in attack. I don't think players did a lot wrong, but the tactical plan just didn't seem to be there today, and something probably really does need to change on the field if we're going to get it right. Fair play to Leigh. Obviously coming out victorious, you could see how much it meant to their fan base at the end of the game. We spoke on the way here that we almost felt that the winner of this will probably go on and win at Wembley. Leigh fully deserved the league position, as we've been saying, and fully deserving of their place at Wembley. And hopefully for the fan base, Derek Beaumont, who's obviously put so much into transforming the club, hopefully they'll get the result they deserve at Wembley. Really disappointing day, and there's not much more than that you can say. And if you're still watching this at this point, then you're a sadomasochist. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll catch you for the preview show during the week. Oh, at least we know when we're playing Huddersfield. Small mercies. Catch you soon.